All rise.
This is Deeper Than Money. Talk to me. I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchett is compelling.
If he is not going to honor you, he needs to be gone.
Compassionate.
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
She's powerful.
If I were in this situation, I would have put you out too.
And she's on the bench.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
That's what I do.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Alex Rivera is suing Jordan Jacobs in the amount of $600. Mr. Rivera claims his drunken ex broke down his apartment door and says the defendant needs to pay for the damage. Mr. Jacobs is countersuing for $1,100.
Good day, Alex and Jordan. I understand that you all were in a relationship at one point. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But yet, this is a suit for some $600, and you are countersuing the plaintiff for $1,100,
Yes,
correct? And then we have your witness in the courtroom, which we'll get to her shortly. But I want to know what happened. How did you all know each other, and what was the nature of the relationship?
So, Your Honor, I met my ex-boyfriend, Jordan, at a dance club, and we kind of hit it off immediately from then on. We continued to see each other. We had come over to each other's places, and then 3 months in, he had moved into my apartment, and we had started a serious relationship. 2
Like
years.
3 months later?
Yeah.
Seems
3
like a
months.
whirlwind.
We were in love,
Okay, all right.
and everything's great. I mean, we split everything. We go on vacations, we meet each other's parents, we even talked about adopting kids.
So, Jordan, you all meet at a dance club.
Everything's great for a while.
For a
Your
while.
Honor. Yeah, it was about 2 years, and we met in 2022, 2024, end of the year. I was feeling annoyed and a little bit upset and bored with Alex and our relationship because...
Why?
Well, he had changed, Your Honor. We met at the club, as he said, and, you know, I wanted to, you know, I still went out and invited him to come out, and he just... you know, was sitting wanting to binge watch, you know, Survivor. And I felt like we were the fun couple, and now we weren't. And I was, you know, I wasn't ready to be boring at home people yet.
What made him change, you think?
I don't know. I mean, there was no more passion and no more excitement. Yeah.
So, it sounds like you just grew out of the relationship. You grew in different ways. Is that fair?
I think so. And you mentioned, you know, we moved in really early, and so maybe that was a mistake.
Alex, what's going on from your perspective?
So we'd been doing great for 2 years, and the communication was great. We had so much fun together. And then
What changed?
he started picking on me. Like,
How so?
I could just be sitting on the couch, and he'd literally be like, why didn't you do the dishes? Or did you check the mail? Or like, why are you sitting there? It's like I couldn't even exist in our own space together.
I think that's unfair, Your Honor.
How so? Why is it unfair?
Not unfair. I think I was frustrated, and I think I took it out in little microaggressions like that. I think that is true. We weren't talking. We weren't having the dialogue. We weren't, you know, connecting. And
So that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
If you became bored, I mean, did you just say, hey, Alex, I just think that the relationship has changed. I want it to be fun. I want to go out more. I want to be able to explore things. I'm bored. I don't want to be at home as much as we're at home.
Yes,
Did
Your
you
Honor.
have that conversation?
I tried. I tried to speak to that like, you know, this isn't working, and I was concerned and worried that this was how it was going to be forever.
Oh.
It's hard to have that conversation, Your Honor, and
So at some point, though, it got to be a breaking point, because obviously it did, because you wouldn't be on opposite sides of my courtroom suing each other, correct? So was there a triggering event that something happened that just caused you to go your separate ways, Alex?
There was one day, this was late 2024, I was doing his laundry, like I always do, and I smelled cologne, and it wasn't either of ours. Because...
Were you seeing somebody else?
I was not, but he accused me of that.
Yeah, because you don't wear that cologne. He wears Dolce, I wear Versace, and this was clearly Dior.
Well.
Your Honor,
When he confronted you, what did you say?
I was angry. I was pissed because
he accused you of something you say you didn't do.
I didn't do, and I mean, why? He wants to do the laundry. He's going in, smelling my clothes, and accusing me of an affair just because it smells like a cologne.
Because that's what your partner does.
They smell each other's clothes, and
I helped out. I did more than my share around the house.
I didn't ask you to do my laundry. You were trying to find something that wasn't there. This is something you created, and I told you. I'll tell you what I told him.
Please.
That the clubs that we went to, we used to go together. Those can get very claustrophobic, very crowded. You're basically dancing with the whole club at that point, and someone maybe had Dior. I don't know.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
Why did he break down your door?
He showed up at my apartment. He was very drunk and started banging on my door saying that he wanted his stuff.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Alex Rivera, who is suing Jordan Jacobs for property damage.
But it's not that's not a smoking gun.
You know what? This is deeper than cologne.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing laundry and then you're smelling the laundry, it sounds like maybe you were concerned that he wasn't faithful to you. I mean, come on, let's just talk about this.
Thank you.
I mean, were you suspicious and maybe you were looking for something to justify the fact that you all had grown apart?
Yeah, I mean, you stopped spending time with me. And then I felt like I was just always a nuisance. I was always in the way, and that's just not
And that's
who we
not the
are.
way you want to feel. Because the question then becomes, why are you in the relationship?
Right.
And it's interesting because from my perspective, you both are saying similar things. Neither of you felt that this was working for you anymore, right? So now we have the laundry situation. You go, aha, it's somebody else's cologne. Now, you are suing for $600. Why are you suing your ex for $600?
Because he broke down my door.
Why did he break down your door?
He showed up at my apartment because he had left some stuff there, and he was very drunk and started banging on my door saying that he wanted his stuff.
So you had moved out.
Yes, Your Honor. When he accused me of cheating, I was done. Like you said, this relationship isn't working. I ran out that day. I wasn't able to get all my stuff. I just left. I was so angry.
Now, what did you do to try to retrieve your things after you left?
So like a couple days after, he, asked if I was coming back, and I said that, no, this is over. And I tried to, when can I come over when you're not there to pick up my stuff? Because I didn't want to be around him, and I wanted to be able to get my stuff in peace and move on. I was worried it would be harder with him there, but he wouldn't let me. He works from home, so he was always there.
I see.
And he didn't.
Because that was going to be my question. Why not just go when he's at work? But you're saying he works from the house.
I didn't have the keys anymore because that was part of my angry. I was angry. I gave threw the keys at, So I wish I had the keys, but he wouldn't let me come by myself. He didn't trust me to do that.
So now you all are having this exchange. He wants to come in and get his things. Why not let him just come and get his things?
What he's saying is only partially true because...
Okay, so tell me your side of it.
When I had confronted him about potentially having an affair, which I'm pretty sure you had,
That is some flimsy evidence based on doing the laundry and smelling some cologne. I'm just saying to you.
Right,
But that
it's
is
not
what
just
you
that.
perceive to be happening.
I think it's also that he has had very weird behavior, and this kind of proved it, because when I confronted him about this affair, he blew up at me. He became really defensive, really angry, and then he said that I was controlling and that I was running his life. And then that's when he grabbed his bag, packed some things. You threw the key at me, and slammed the door and left. And I waited 3 days, and then I contacted him and I said, is there a time that we can figure out together
All right, so you did offer a common time that you could come and retrieve his things. So why are we in my courtroom? I mean, why not just arrange a time, let him come and get his things and be done with it? Because clearly he was gone. I think that you really did want to see him again, and so this is the way it was going to happen. So now, you show up, right?
Yes, I show up.
And what happens?
So it was...
Was this a prearranged time or you just showed up?
It wasn't a prearranged time.
He said you were drunk. Were you drunk?
I was tipsy, Your Honor.
Tipsy? Tipsy? What does tipsy
drunk.
mean?
I had a couple...
How do you define tipsy?
I had 2 glasses of mulled wine at a holiday party. And I was talking with...
2 glasses of wine doesn't sound like you're drunk, though.
Exactly. I wasn't drunk, like he's saying. I'm
so
like crazy.
banging on my door isn't drunk?
I was angry. That doesn't mean
You were
I'm drunk.
banging on my door.
'Cause you
Okay,
wouldn't
so
let
you're
me-
home.
Yes.
You're banging on the door. If he's banging on the door, why not just open the door?
He gave me no warning or heads up that he was coming. Just shows up late at night and banging on my door. And so at this point, I don't feel comfortable even letting him in.
I didn't start by banging on the door. It got to because you didn't answer. You didn't let me
Yeah,
in.
you started by calling me the B word?
I'm dramatic, okay? That doesn't mean
Well,
I'm...
dramatic doesn't justify you calling him the B word. Come on now. I mean, that's no justification. So now this escalates, and according to the complaint, you broke down the door.
I did, Your Honor.
What in the world?
And here's a picture, Your Honor.
Please, let me see the picture. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, this is really, you really used some force on this door.
I did because I was scared, Your Honor.
Scared for what? Why?
I smelled smoke.
Oh, so now, wait a minute.
There was a fire. I thought there was a fire.
You thought it was a fire. Wait a minute.
Coming up,
You were so concerned about his safety.
He wasn't being responsive either, and
Wait.
there was...
I was calling and talking to you outside through the window.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Alex Rivera, who is suing Jordan Jacobs for property damage.
You then break down the door because you thought there was a fire?
I smelled smoke, Your Honor.
You smelled smoke, and you were so concerned about his safety.
He wasn't being responsive either, and
Wait. I was calling and talking to you outside through the window.
When I mentioned the fire, you didn't say anything, and I remembered the time that we forgot the tamales on the stove. And when we're stressed off, we almost burned down that house.
I literally told you to leave through my living room window, saying that I would leave the stuff out front of the apartment the next day so that we wouldn't have to confront each other and that you could have your stuff, but you just decided to kick the door open.
Your Honor, I'm not making up the smoke. I have a police report that...
We have a neighbor.
Yes.
Come here. Come, please. Please give me some clarity on this situation.
Hi, Your Honor. Yeah.
Hello.
I was cooking, and then I heard all this commotion happen, and I had to check on Alex, and there was the door completely broken down. And I waited with Alex until the police came.
And so you called the police.
Yes.
All right, so now this is what you're saying, $600. This is why you're suing for the $600. Whatever happened to your stuff? Did you ever get your stuff?
Once I was in, I saw my stuff in the corner, and I grabbed a couple bags and in my rideshare left with a couple bags, but I didn't get everything, Your Honor.
You have a countersuit for $1,100.
Yes, that's the thing I didn't get.
Coming up,
I'm coming back with my Jeep to pick up the tiki bar.
Oh, that's weird because you didn't ever reply to my messages. So you didn't communicate, and therefore I sold the tiki bar.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Alex Rivera, who is suing Jordan Jacobs for property damage.
Yeah, this is a custom tiki bar that I bought for us. It was $1,100. I have the receipt.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
What happened to the tiki bar?
Well,
I sold it, Your Honor.
You sold it? How much did you sell it for?
Here.
Why did you sell it?
To get back at me?
Because you owed me the money for the door. He wasn't gonna send me the money. He didn't respond to my text asking him to send the $850 it cost. And here I have this, how much it cost for the door. And my landlord charged me.
Let me see that.
If you had let me
How much
in-
did you sell the tiki bar for? I'm gonna rule on this case. How much did you sell it for?
I sold it for $250. That was as high as
How
I could go.
much?
$250.
It was $1,100, Your Honor, and that's a nice tiki bar. It has sentimental value as well. We traveled in Hawaii together. That's when we fell in love.
Oh, so this is how you came up with the $600. So you were saying that it cost you $850 to get the
Yes.
door repaired. And you sold the tiki bar for $250.
Yes.
Therefore, you're suing him for $600.
Right, that is the remaining balance that he owes me.
The tiki bar belonged to who?
It was literally the only thing I owned in that apartment because he had all the furniture when I moved in. So that was mine.
Right, but it balanced out because like we both use a TV, we both use the shared spaces and
But
furniture and everything.
He knew that that was something that I wanted. I said before I left that night, I'm coming back with my Jeep to pick up the tiki bar.
Oh,
'cause
that's weird because you didn't ever reply to my messages. So it kind of feels like you didn't communicate and therefore I sold the tiki bar.
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
Do I think that you sold the tiki bar for too little money? Yes, you did. This man has left you. You think he's cheated on you. This is a mess. Are you going to get $1,100 for your countersuit? Absolutely not. There was damage to this door that you caused. I am going to then just call this a wash. You shouldn't have sold the tiki bar. If you hadn't done that, I would give you every cent of the $850 for the door. Although, you know what, I do think, given the fact that he broke this door down, and I do not believe that he thought that you were at peril, I don't believe that he really thought that you were in there come to smoke, and that he was more than tipsy when he broke this door down. I am going to award you $250 toward that repair of the door. And I'm not giving you more because I think you sold the tiki bar to be vindictive. And you're not going to get anything except that you all need to go out of this courtroom. You all need to go your separate ways because this relationship is not working, nor will it ever work. And I rarely say that, but that's my judgment. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $250. I'm dismissing your counterclaim and will stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $250.
I'm sorry. We should have ended it a long time ago.
I'll receive that.
Gather all your documents and evidence.
Let's stop going around smelling people's clothes, too, Buff Cologne.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.